Gods of mercy! Whatever is this? Fog in broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of...
Raynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seem to become quite powerful then.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Armor wars there.
Ah! So fortunate we routed the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma'am. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
One boat's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Curses. Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses. my queen. There is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Al comienzo de tu turno, antes de que juegues cualquier carta. Pasa ahora para guardar tus cartas para la siguiente. Sí, yo guardé una carta, pero el otro también. Guardé unas cosas no significa que te hayan derrotado para ganar la batalla de estos.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! Look there! Yet another abomination.
Ugh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
Para liderar con éxito debes comprender las sinergias que existen en las cartas. Para entrar en materia, saca la barrera de cartas en la fila de combate cuerpo a cuerpo. La habilidad de esta carta le hace más poderosa cada unidad adicional que se juegue en la línea.
Company! Forward march!
Otorga una carga a todas las unidades.
One vote.
The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Agarramos el loot. Por favor, escríbeme tan pronto como llegues al templo. Sé que solo han pasado 2 semanas, pero te echo tanto de menos. Nuestro hogar parece vacío sin ti. Espero que nuestra ofrenda, que aunque modesta, complazca a la diosa madre. Dioses, mediante el fin tendremos un hijo. No tengo duda de que serás un padre tan cariñoso como eres marido. Por favor, aléjate de los peligros. Tú, Bat, que se muera. Hay que recoger buen loot para poder mejorar nuestro ejército.
Many trees we've felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires. They call themselves strays? Well, we'll treat them like strays.
Descubrir cosas indicadores desbloquea la habilidad de viaje rápido, lo que significa disparar. Ok, tengo viaje rápido entre aquí y acá. Falconera.
Lady, the masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They haven't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Have mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are subjects, not slaves.
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, nohow.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits. Whom do they follow?
Him, my lady. We've seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs.
My,
El Duque de los
a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name? A Gleeton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady, I've no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
The Duke of Dogs fed you, so you've strength enough to carry arms. And as he gave you coin, you've no need of pay from the realm's coffers. Sergeant, all men of 15 summers or more will join our ranks at once. They'll serve 5 years.
No, milady, no! 'Tis mere weeks to harvest. Who'll tend to fields?
Meve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. the folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, your grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. Mike. That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed! Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip!
Give me a target. Marble is to your command.
Ha!
Armor won't serve.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttresses doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended to other...
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man, gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
Replied the cartman.
'twere a beast. Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out a grave. We's taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the queen, though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The Queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, your grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meave replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The Queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
Kneel and pay homage to the gods. You shall be rewarded. Melitele watches over us all, yet you do well to remind her through supplication.
Travelling the high road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meave turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me.
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses gathered in the yard were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monstrances, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meave's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple. The perfect place to hide, or to lie in ambush.
It's all come clear now. Sabotage. 'Twas the bandits who weakened the walls.
The good mother warned us. Hard times lie ahead.
Wheel ruts. The strays, no doubt. They must be nearby.
The ravaged statues of the good mother, how dare they?
something.
The bandits had pitched camp in a nearby wood. Spirits buoyed by the wine they'd stolen from the cloister cellar, the brigands had not posted sentries.
Another round! To the sisters!
Neve's soldiers were eager, insistent. The desecrators would be punished. Yet only the Queen could order the assault.
High time we put these strays on a leash.
Spat the Queen, spurring her horse.
To arms! Follow me!
Tankards clattered to the ground as the strays reached for their weapons. The brigands would not even fathom giving up without a fight.
Looking to dance, mate? What you looking at?
One vote, my lady.
Pick 'em up! High as the clouds! Now! Regroup!
Give me a target.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away. Quicker they are, easier they are to target.
Our ballista, your command.
You can pay the toll in one of two ways. In silver or in blood.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
See if he's hid any coin in his pockets! Or his owns!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
We got a job to do.
Aye.
Shh, cork it.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Surround them!
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
Got a death wish?
Give me a target.
My favourite cut of lamb. The shank.
Our ballista, your command.